So you can assess your woman like you assess your finances. And in fact, you should. Because if she can pass this assessment, then you know this is the kind of woman you'd want to keep around. And if not, you might want to reconsider things. And very basically, you have to determine whether she's an asset or a liability. Basic accounting terminology. An asset is a resource that you hold that has economic value, and you usually hold onto it with the expectation that it will provide a future benefit. So important. An asset is a resource you hold onto with the expectation that it will provide a future benefit. And thus, a liability will be something of the opposite. Liability represents debt. Liability is risk. So, as an asset increases your value, a liability decreases your value. So you have to ask yourself that question. And anytime we ask ourselves questions, anytime you converse with self, man, you have to be fair, you have to be real, you have to be honest. Because some of the most important conversations we have in our entire lives are with ourselves. And if you can't learn to communicate with yourself honestly, if you can't learn that skill, you're fucked. What are you going to do? You're going to lie to yourself, cheat yourself, just like you cheat the world. It's pathetic. The only way you're going to level up and address your shortcomings is to be transparent with yourself. To look into the mirror and say, this is not where I want to be. I can do more. I can be better. So that is a prerequisite. Now you ask yourself, is the woman in my life adding value to it, or is she adding no value and thus practically subtracting value from your life because you're still investing time and energy and getting nothing in return? But how do you actually determine if she's adding value? Because maybe you've never thought about it like this before. Well, consider if the woman in question, whether it's your girlfriend, your fiancé, your wife, is interested only in spending your time, spending your money, and spending your energy, or is she also devoted towards replenishing your energy, saving you time, and making you more money? That's the difference. There are too many women out here nowadays who only want to take. Let's go eat, buy me this, why do you never call me, blah, blah, blah. But never even consider how to add to your goals, to your purpose. A good woman supports, comforts, listens, inspires, helps, and adds to a man's life. A bad one will drain you of your drive, energy, time, money, and peace. And if you're thinking, yeah, we watch Netflix together and we have fun, so she's an asset. It's important to have a good time with your female, definitely. But you need to be thinking bigger than that. As a man, what is your purpose? What are your goals? What's your mission? And is she willing to get behind that and push that train to the station? Is she contributing to your vision, to your potential? See, I believe my woman definitely passes the assets and liabilities test. That's what actually led me to share this message, because I was thinking today how much value she actually adds to my life and to what I do. Let me list off some of the ways that my girl has added value to my life thus far. So when I moved to Poland, I didn't have any work, I was just studying. And she, being a mathematics tutor, told me, you need to tutor English. You'd be amazing at it. So that's the first thing. She saw an opportunity and she believed in me, and she injected that belief in me. Next, she pushed me to put ads up, market myself on this and that website. She helped me write the ads in Polish and cater them towards the market. She broke down what the tutoring game in Poland looks like, how the education system works. She even gave me clients in the beginning from her own network as a maths tutor. That is adding value. Because value in the truest sense, if we're talking assets and liabilities, is if your girl is helping you make money. My mother has worked with my father, helping him with his business for the past decade. And that's how the real G's do it. They employ their women. Because think about it. Do you really want your woman going to a place of work where some other men are telling her what to do? Where some other man is her boss? Where she is helping some other man get his money up? The ramifications of that are deeper than you might think. So that's definitely something to think about. Another way a woman can add to a man's life. When it comes to men, what we really care about in this life is status, the power, how we are viewed. That's why money is important, because it equates to status in today's world. But if suddenly every man was equally rich, money'd become obsolete, and we'd find other ways to compete and differentiate ourselves in this battle for status. So a woman can be a great status symbol. In the way she looks, obviously, we like a beautiful woman. That's why DiCaprio always has a young, beautiful woman on his arm. But also more than that, more than just looks. If status is about how you're viewed, then really anything a woman does to position you in good light is adding value. If that's your wife, then she represents you, and she has the opportunity to represent you well. 2 of my friends came down from the UK to visit me in Poland recently, and I introduced them to my lady, and she was exceptional. She bought gifts for them, she looked beautiful, she helped them, she was kind and feminine, she spoke good of me to them, and just carried herself properly. And that adds value. That makes other men turn around and say, man, Daniel's got himself a good woman here. Status points plus 50. You know what I mean? I'm also getting back into music right now. I have a lot of written songs, but I needed to find a place to record. And since she's been aware of my musical endeavors, she randomly just started helping me with vocal training. She's been putting me onto people in the scene, just from people she's known over the years. Message this person, they can help you record. I know this person, he makes music, works at the radio station. You two could probably collaborate on something good. Another thing, I'm considering starting a vending machine business for my university, and she's been really good at helping me navigate my decisions by being an external voice of reason. So I was trying to conduct some market research by developing a questionnaire yesterday, and I made it super in-depth and really developed, and I asked her to give me her thoughts on it, and she was like, nah, this is way too much. People don't like to read. If something's going to take longer than a minute, people aren't interested, especially young people. I know you're really smart and you do things properly, but you need to simplify it. And I sat there, I looked at that survey, and I realized, fuck, she's right. And I switched it up, I simplified it. And if your woman can help you with your business, once again, that is value. And there's a lot more things I could say about her, trust me, but those are just some good examples. And there are so many ways a woman could potentially add value to your life, and I don't need to spell them all out for you. You know, she can raise your children, help you build a family. There's a lot they can do. And there are plenty of good women out there. I don't know about UK and some places in the West, because there are less and less now. The modern woman is finished. But a place like Poland, there's a lot of good women out there. So if your current one is a liability, it's time to give them the boot.